How are we doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. So, give yourself a little introduction. What's your name, where you're from, and how old you are.
My name's Lucas. I'm from Wimbledon near London, and I'm 16.
Amazing, man. 16 years old, doing appointment setting. That is
It's crazy,
crazy.
crazy,
So,
crazy.
how did you actually come across appointment setting?
So before I started appointment saying I ran like a car detailing business for
Oh,
about
nice,
a
man.
year.
Wait,
Um,
how old were you when you were doing the car detailing business? 15, was it?
I'm 15.
That's
Yeah,
crazy,
15.
man.
Started late 14, and then
Nice.
well, I was 15.
How
Yeah.
much money did you
And
make from car
then
detailing?
yeah, found it online and came across Superior Setters, and yeah,
Amazing, man.
ever since then. All gone up. Much easier to make money online than
Yeah,
doing
amazing,
it
man.
in
Because
person. A lot easier.
Yeah, because how did you find the car detailing business at 15 years old as well?
I think my best month was like 1.5K,
That's
but it's a lot of work.
hmm,
So you'll be doing 3 hours at 20 quid an hour, and you have to
yeah,
bring your own equipment and everything. It's just a bit long.
nice. So what made you
Um,
transition from car detailing business to appointment setting?
well, obviously, from car detailing, I had to reach out to clients. I'd use Facebook Next or whatever. And then I did the whole appointment setting thing myself. So I thought, I guess I've already got some experience in this. May as
Yeah,
well try it out
amazing,
for
man.
some other companies.
Yeah.
I came across Superior Says on Instagram,
Oh,
and then
nice, man.
yeah.
What would you say stood out about appointment setting? Because there's loads of side hustles like drop shipping, SMMA. So when you saw that TikTok video, what went to you and it's like, damn, I've got to get into appointment setting.
Well, I've tried that Amazon FBA thing.
Okay.
I've done what's it called vintage reselling,
Hmm.
all that. But it's just there's not much return on them. You can make I don't know 500 quid a grand, but appointment setting just seemed like a lot of people were getting more success, and you can do more. Like it's not stagnation the whole time.
Nice,
You can
man.
move from appointment setting to closing to
Hmm.
having your own agency, whatever.
Nice.
Whereas doing vintage reselling, it's a bit like once you reach that grand a month, you can't do much more.
100%. You can't really scale it far, can you?
Yeah.
So, with appointment setting, how has your journey been so far? How long you been doing it for so far? Was it 2 months now, is it?
So I've been in the community for 3 months, and then I'd been doing appointment setting for about 2 months before that.
Oh, nice, man. So around like 3 months that you got experience and you're like on your belt right now.
Four
Oh,
months, yeah.
perfect. So yeah, and go on, this is the main question everyone wants to know. How much money have you made in them 3 months?
So the first month and a bit was a bit slow.
Hmm,
Obviously, you have to get experience and everything, and you're not going to find the perfect offer
of course, man.
straight away. But my best day has been 750 quid in a day. Today I've made £300. I think my last month I made maybe 2.5 grand.
Crazy.
But it's only up from there. Only up
So
from there.
altogether, if you have you got like a figure in your head how much you think you've made since joining the community 3 months ago to where you are today?
Maybe like 4 grand.
4K in 3 months at 16 years old is quite
15.
mental.
It's crazy.
What have
Crazy.
your friends and family said about you making this much money at a young age?
They're impressed. They want to get on it. I already get one of my friends starting to help me in one of my roles.
Oh, amazing,
So
man. So yeah,
yeah.
if you want to tell us, who have you been working for? Like, who is your main client?
So I've had a few. I worked for a real estate company doing some cold outreach.
Okay.
Um, that was really good. I didn't make much money, but I think the experience I got from there was amazing.
Yep.
And then I worked for two fitness influencers on Instagram.
Nice,
I've
man.
worked for someone that's into finance in America,
Nice, man.
and I'm just getting into a new role now with
Perfect.
another real estate client.
Perfect, man. And what would you say the best role out of all of them was?
So far, I think my fitness agents, well, not agency, fitness client one,
Nice, man.
because solely because I made the most money through it.
Yeah, of
But
course, man.
experience wise, it wasn't very fun doing the cold calling, but I
Hmm.
think it's very needed.
Yeah.
Definitely improve my self
Oh,
confidence going forward.
100%. You're
Yeah.
talking to cold leads who don't even know who you are, and you're pitching them. especially with cold outbound, you're gonna gain so much more experience. So when it comes to doing inbound and talking to people who already are interested, it's gonna become like it's natural to you, wouldn't it?
100%.
Amazing.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you said the best role you had, the most money you've made, was with a fitness influencer. And what was your like day to day role with that offer?
So it started off, he had never taken on an appointment set before.
Okay.
Again, it's quite a new industry to a lot of people.
Hmm.
So it's only getting started, really. And yeah, so it was just doing outreach, 80, 100 DMs a day out to people. Now it's moved to more inbound leads.
Okay.
So that's the point where you start making more money
Yeah.
and it's a lot easier. But yeah, day to day, sending messages, closing people, DM closing, booking in some calls, and yeah,
Amazing, man. So this is just all through just DM setting most of it.
all through DMing on my phone, wherever I want to
That's
be.
crazy.
I can
Nice, man. What locations have you
even
been doing appointment setting on? Is there any like obviously you got your own room, but is there anywhere else like
home, Greece,
Greece?
France,
That's crazy, man.
um, yeah, anywhere.
Nice, man. So you have the ability to like where have you been so far? Was it Greece and France? You said you've been able to
Greece and
travel,
France. Yeah.
and
Sorry,
so was it like the exact same as if you were at home, literally?
the exact same. As long as you have internet, you can do it.
That's crazy, man. And all you do need is a Wi-Fi connection, a phone. You normally don't want a phone or laptop.
It can be either. Instagram is usually
Yeah,
easier on phone,
yeah, yeah.
but if using other apps, then it's probably my laptop,
Well,
which again you can
100%.
bring anywhere, or an
And
iPad. Whatever
yeah,
you have, you can use it.
of course, man. And how many hours a day would you say you've been putting in, on a daily basis with your DM setting?
Usually about 3, 4 hours maximum. Obviously, I'm not working 4 hours straight. It's usually like
Yeah,
being
yeah,
half an hour and then taking a
yeah,
break. But at the start, it was more like 5, 6 hours. But yeah, it's
yeah.
getting
Nice, man.
getting better.
Is there like a certain routine you have like before you wake up, you do some messages, and then during the day? Because like you said, you don't have to do it like all in like a 4 hour shift. You can spread it across the day. So have you got like a certain routine you stick to?
Well, obviously with Instagram, you don't want to send 100 messages at once. So usually every
Yeah,
hour, I'll aim to send about 20, 25,
amazing, man.
and then respond to some of his messages. And yeah, just how it comes when I have time, I'll do it.
Amazing. So obviously appointment setting is free. You can go about it yourself, but what is the difference, you think, going about it yourself or going through a community like Superior Setters and joining my community? Like, what is the difference between them, them two paths?
Well, obviously, doing it yourself, it's doable. Um, it's probably a lot more work, especially if you're starting from nothing. Me personally, I had some experience doing appointment setting already, but I imagine if you're coming from doing anything else, nothing to do with sales, it's going to be quite difficult. So joining a course or a community, I'd definitely recommend. Also, the people in that community, any community you join,
Nice
that
one.
is worth more than anything they can give you.
Oh,
The
100%.
people there that you'll meet, the group calls you do, role play calls, whatever, that will prepare you more than anything you read.
100%.
Um, and then the people you make connections with as well. So one of the roles I got was through a connection of mine.
100%,
So
man.
yeah, it's
And that was a connection you found within the community, wasn't it?
yeah,
Amazing. So yeah, it's just important to networking. And you mentioned we do group calls every Wednesday and Sunday. And what would you say like the importance of turning up to these group calls like twice a week is to your progression with appointments then?
very important. I mean, I don't think I would be where I am right now without them, especially with the role play calls.
Hmm.
Um, I know it sounds a bit, oh, it's really gonna help, but it really does. I mean, my confidence has grown massively, but also seeing that if I make a mistake, everyone else does the same thing. There's nothing wrong about it. And learning as well with everyone else in those calls have been amazing. Yeah.
100%, man. And we also have like daily objectives every single day. Would you say they sort of like push you to put more work in or to keep accountable with your actions?
Definitely. I remember when I started, you wouldn't be off my back about sending 100 messages a day if I hadn't sent them. So
Nice,
that
man.
definitely helped me get my first few roles. So yeah,
Yeah, amazing, man.
100%.
Yeah, so you sending out these outreach messages, was that how you were actually able to find your first role?
Yeah, through Instagram outreach.
Nice,
That's how I
man.
found my first role.
Nice, man. So
Through Facebook as well.
nice. What would you recommend most? Instagram, as there's a lot of platforms these days: LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. Where would you say is like the best bet to find that killer offer?
It's not really one best bet really. If you send that outreach, you will eventually find one. Because, like I said, it's quite an untapped industry at the moment. Not many
Hmm.
businesses have appointment setters just because it's quite new and they don't know the potential of getting one on board. So, I think the best two are Instagram and Facebook. But
Hmm.
yeah, you can do it anywhere, LinkedIn, whatever.
100%, man. And you talked about it, like it's quite an untapped market, isn't it? Appointments there, and like when you think of side hustles, everyone just thinks of like
Compared to e-commerce, Amazon FBA, whatever,
yeah.
drop shipping, hundred
So
percent.
it's just because there's so many coaches these days that are. You probably understand, like you send out outreach messages that so many people simply need appointment setters. And would you say like there's quite a lot of demand for them right now as well, especially with how many coaches there are?
Definitely a lot of a demand. It didn't take me long to find my first role, to be honest.
Nice, man.
If you're doing what you need to do, you'll find one, no problem. If you're putting in the work, it's not going to be difficult.
Perfect. So you said you made 4K, and how much revenue do you think that's generated for your clients?
I've probably generated about 60, 70K. Um, so yeah,
Nice, man. Nice, nice. And would you say like building a connection with your client is actually something that's really important going forward as well?
100%. If things work out with clients, um,
Mm.
then the people that they know, you can work for them, and then it's up from there really. So, for example, one of my clients is very good friends with someone who has 2 million followers on Instagram, massive page. He probably makes, I don't know, $1 million a month. So hopefully, if I keep working with him, I can
Mm.
reach out to his friend and tap into his industry as
No,
well.
100%.
And then it's just up from there, really.
Yeah, there's
You
so
know,
many
making
options.
connections with the people that you work for is just as important as making connections with the people who you work with. So yeah,
100%, man. And networking is just limited. It's like a web, isn't it? So Lucas will meet me, and then he'll get access to my network, and then he meets someone else, and he gets network access to their network. It's just a massive web that can keep expanding, and then you can meet so many new people. And I think you remember, I remember you saying that you also got offered like a closing role at one point.
oh yeah. So that people always want more. Um, you know, there's a lot of demand for closers and setters at the moment. Setting is usually what you do before you start closing. So I'm looking to start closing soon. You make a lot more closing, but obviously you need that confidence to go on calls and
100%,
you
man.
need to know your product properly. But yeah, I've been offered closing roles loads of times. I've been offered appointment setting roles that I have to turn down just because I don't have the time.
Nice, man.
So yeah,
So would you say you got offered this closing role because one, you were loyal with your client, and two, you were simply just putting in a lot of progress towards, scaling the business as an appointment setter as well? Would you say that's the main reason why you get these opportunities, like being offered to close and having these networking opportunities as well?
100%. I grew his income by a lot, so he thought, let's get this guy on as a closer and we'll go even further. So yeah, I mean, if you're getting the results in, you're doing the work. It just comes to you really.
Oh, 100%, man. So, Lucas, what is the next goal? You're 16 years old. You've generated 70,000 to 80,000 in revenue. You've made £4,000 in profit in 3 months. So, what's the move going forward from
Obviously, I've still got school and that, so
here?
I'd love to become a closer full time, but it's not really something I can do. But
Mhm.
once I'm finished college and that, definitely become a closer, work my way up, maybe have an agency of my own, get
Amazing,
some
man.
appointment setters working under me.
That sounds
Never know.
amazing. So you mentioned you got, you want to do it full time, but you've got sixth form, you've got college, etc. But to everyone else watching, would you say you can manage this part time as well as not full time? You can do it like, scheduling like 3 or 4 hours where you're not in school or college.
100%. I mean, I did it. That's what I've been doing this whole time.
Mm.
Appointment setting, it's easy to do. If you can use your phone at school, you can do it from school. You can do it anywhere. Um, Free periods,
Hmm.
that's the time to do it. But yeah, I mean, a lot of companies are also in America. So if you're working with EST time, 9 a.m. is like 4 or 3 p.m. for us. So
That's true,
yeah,
yeah.
it's easy. If you get off school 3:30, doesn't stop you.
Oh, 100%, man. And, what do you think the biggest thing you can take away from joining a community is like Superior Setters?
Definitely knowledge from other people and the community itself, the connections you can make there is
Hmm.
like more valuable than anything else.
Oh, 100%. And networking is important, meeting other people who are already winning, etc. People, like-minded people, because would you agree, like, especially being quite young at 16 years old, there isn't much like-minded people, especially in school, college, etc.
Yeah, no.
Like, what are they normally focusing on? Like, video games, just
Oh, I
smoking.
still play I still play Fortnite all the time and stuff like that. Like I say, it's not it's something you can do on the side.
Hmm.
And I think the difference is a lot of other people we just think to go the traditional way and work at Macca's or Nando's or wherever.
Yeah.
Um, but this is a lot easier, make a lot more money. You can do it wherever. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I know. I think one of the most important things is you learn a valuable skill. Sales. Once you get into sales,
100%.
you can do anything really.
Yeah, something that you can apply to
Hmm. Nice,
when you
man.
do work as
Yeah.
well.
And would you say, as you kind of you learn from someone like myself who's already done it before? Do you think that kind of gives you like a fast track to start seeing quicker results compared to if you went by yourself?
100%, 100%.
Amazing,
Yeah.
brother. Amazing. So, is there any advice you've got to anyone who's either looking to start appointment setting, looking to get into superior setters?
Looking to start appointment setting. Don't be scared. Just do it. Like role play calls. I remember at the start I was a bit like, do I really want to do this? Am I gonna get embarrassed in front of everyone? But
Hmm.
don't be. Just do it. Everyone's in the same position as you. Everyone's trying to learn and just go for it. So yeah.
Amazing, man. And have you got any advice to people looking to join superior setters and more of a community thing?
Definitely do it. So
Hmm.
superior setters have got so many results. I mean, there's probably 50 or so other people who have got the same story as me being successful right now. They're in good roles, making good money, working from wherever they want. So, yeah,
Amazing, bro. Amazing. So yeah, would you say from what I can take away from what you said, it's just taking action is the most important thing because, I'm not sure if you're ever one of these people like you always wanted to do it, but you just got to do it at the end of the day.
100%. Just go for it.
And also, one last question for you, Lucas. I wanted to ask, why is making an investment within yourself so important?
I think making investment in yourself is important, whatever you do. Anything you do for yourself is an investment. Going to the gym, that's your time invested. If you do decide to go to uni, that's what everyone says to do. Or go to uni, learn, whatever. You have to pay 20, 30 grand for that. So, yeah, I mean, whatever you do, you're going to have to take an investment in yourself. So, yeah.
Nice, man. And why would you say this one's more reached out to all the 16-year-olds who are out there looking to make money? Why would you say it's important to start as early as possible?
Well, if I'm starting at 16 now, I know a lot of other people who are doing it at 20 or something. I'll have 4 years advantage over them. So you've got a lot more knowledge than they do, a lot more experience, so more money at a younger age, really.
100%. And do you have many outgoings at the moment, or is it because I'm guessing as you're still in school, college, not paying much rent, you don't have much money coming out, so
Just stacking it all up.
you've got quite a lot of risks to take.
Sorry?
You've got quite a lot of risks to, actually take because you haven't got much to lose if you fail.
Yeah, no, but not much risk doing it really. If it didn't work out for me, it was, I'll do something else. But it did work, and it's not like if I didn't make money, I'd be homeless. So
Hmm.
I think that's another reason it's a really good time to start when you're
Amazing, man.
young. You can just stack up the money,
Yeah, of
and yeah,
course. Making an investment in yourself is important because you actually like, oh shit, I've put some money down. I've got to start. I've got to do my best to make it back, and there's some sort of something holding you back to actually put the results in. But
for sure.
it's crazy at 16, you're doing something like this. And did you ever see yourself doing this?
not appointment setting, but I saw myself definitely doing something when I'm older,
Amazing, man. And
something wise. So yeah.
especially all these younger people, they're all looking for like a get rich quick scheme. Would you say something like appointment saying is a get rich quick scheme?
Yes and no. I think when people think get rich quick schemes, I think, oh, I'm gonna make a grand in 2 days. Nothing's like that. Nothing real is like that. If someone tells you that, they're probably trying to
Hmm.
take money out of you. Um, but yeah, it's yes and no. I think you can make money, but obviously you have to put the work in.
Yeah,
And I have
100%.
put the work in, and I've seen the results myself. So
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone else can too.
Yeah, that was the next question because I was gonna say, do you see people not putting in 100% start to see actual results, or do you see them declining because they're simply not putting the work in?
Um, Not really. I mean, the community here has been really good. I haven't seen many people not bother. Um, I think with you, making sure people hit their goals,
Yeah,
it's not really a thing that happens too much, but I can definitely see, some people saying, "Oh, I can't be bothered anymore. I'm not going
exactly.
to do this." But
Hmm.
it hasn't happened yet because Lennon's always up your ass telling you to do
No, of
outreach
course,
every
man.
day.
Yeah, so would you recommend this to someone who's up their arse, like not too lazy for this and not gonna put the work in?
No,
Exactly. So
not if you want
as
to make proper money. No.
100%, as well as the appointment saying, it's quite a simple skill to learn, which you can, fab around in the first few months, like Lucas done, made 4K in 3 months. But it is because Lucas put the work in. It's not like it magically came to him. He, was sending out 100 outreach messages a day, and that shows that's why he made the results. So, like Lucas said, take action, boys. And maybe in a few years' time, Lucas, you're 16 now. In 3 years, you'll be the same age as me, 19, and we could have another call and see where you're at. So you've got to keep
Definitely.
smashing it.
We'll see. We'll see.
But yeah, appreciate the call, Lucas, man.
Thank you very much. Have a
No
good
worries.
one.